Hey, how you doing, buddy? I saw you ducking out of the party pretty early. You didn't even say thanks to your favorite brother-in-law. How could you, man? Anyway, so what did you think about that? It's a hell of a time, isn't it? What did you think of those ribs? Did you see all those guests sucking on those things like it was their last meal? Man, I'm telling you, I'm a man of the people. Take a look at all those guests that we had today. I don't think they had a good meal in years. Just look at their reactions. It's kind of sad if I'm being honest. I mean, the food was pretty good, but it's nothing special, really. That's what my family eats every weekend. We like to live big. Anyway, man, what the hell was that about? Why don't you come back here? It was way too early to leave the festivities. We haven't even bought out the piñata yet. You gotta watch the kids almost hit their parents trying to whack that thing. Hey, Frank, look, that was an amazing time. Thank you so much for putting everything together. It sounds like your little daughter is having a hell of a time there. I'm pretty sure it's a birthday that she'll never forget. Well, aren't you a little sweetheart, Simon? You just know how to flatter a girl, don't you? Anyway, if you're having that much of a good time, I don't see why you're skedaddling out of here. There are so many people I wanted to introduce you to here. Did you happen to speak to my buddy Paul? Man, that guy is an absolute kick in the head. That guy could fill out a whole library of stories. He's got some pretty weird experiences, man. You're missing out on a really fun time. I know. What can I say? Duty calls. Come on, man, don't be throwing that crap around. What duty do you have? You're a freelance photographer. I mean, you came to this party and you hung around for about an hour or two. I saw you talking to a couple of people, but I wouldn't say you were actually getting out there and enjoying everything that you can. Don't think all that I can offer is good ribs. There's a lot more entertainment on its way. Look, you know what, Frank? Thank you. I honestly appreciate it. It's clear that you really care about me and you want to be a good brother-in-law. If you didn't, you wouldn't be messaging me this much right now, would you? Well, you are family at the end of the day. Exactly, and I'm really appreciative for all the attention. But you know how my work is, being a freelancer. You never know when work is just gonna come or when it's gonna disappear forever. Whatever little opportunity I've got to pounce on it. Just think about it. I'm marrying your sister soon, right? I've got to do whatever I can to support her. I want her to feel like we're not at risk at any point in time. You know what? You might have a point there. I do have to say, Simon, you can be a good old stick in the mud sometimes. I mean, this is a birthday party. If you're that eager to pull the trigger on your little camera, then how about you whip it out for the party and capture the amazing moments we have here? I'm sure that my little daughter would love to play model for a bit, especially after the cool presents I've got her. She is absolutely gonna love it. Speaking of which, you're gonna miss out on her reaction when I show her all of the presents. Do you really have to leave so early? I know, I'm leaving with a heavy heart. Don't think I take any pleasure in leaving that place. Anyway, I've got your little daughter a gift and I gave it to her personally. I told her to open it up when she's opening up everything else. I'm sure she's gonna absolutely love it. I know we're not gonna be there to support her, but at least she knows we're thinking about her. I've gotta say, Simon, you may be a good guy, but you're an absolute dullard. I mean, do you understand how kids work at all? I'm pretty sure she's tearing up right now on the inside. Oh, I don't know about that. She seemed pretty happy when we left. She got herself preoccupied with a bunch of other things. Yeah, of course she's gonna do that. No kid wants to talk about how they're really feeling. You know what? I kind of have a bone to pick with you now. Hey, come on, Frank. No need to get all negative. You're at a party after all. Yeah, well, to hell with that. Don't you tell me what to do. I think I need to get this one out there. I am not happy about you being a part of my family from this point on, Simon. Hey, Frank, just take it easy. Make sure you haven't drunk too much. Who gives a damn about how much I drink? That's got nothing to do with you. Are you my mom watching me this whole time? Just mind your own goddamn business. I am a grown man. I can drink as much as I damn well please. Simon, if you just focused on having a good time here and talking with everyone, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Something tells me that me leaving the party today isn't the only thing you're angry at me about. So what is it? What's been on your mind?
From the very moment I met you, I had no idea what my sister saw in you. I mean, some geeky guy walking around with glasses that takes photos all the time? There's nothing interesting about you at all. That's not the type of guy someone like my sister should be walking around with. She deserves something better. A guy that looks like he showers, for one.
Okay, that's an interesting comment. This has something to do with me being a photographer, then, I'm guessing?
Well, that's one of the things.
Well, what's so wrong with being a photographer? It's a very unique and difficult profession.
Yeah, right. Don't talk to me about difficult. You walk around and you press a button. You can try and complicate it in as many ways as you want, but at the end of the day, that is all you do.
Oh, come on now, Frank. You know, if that was all I had to do, then I wouldn't even have a job. People would be doing this type of thing themselves.
Admit it, it's not that hard to do, is it? Don't tell me you actually are proud of what you do.
If I'm being honest, Frank, I am. It's not just about taking the photo, it's about telling a story. Every photographer has his own style and a way that he wants to take a photo. One photo can tell 1,000 different stories, depending on how the person edits it. It's a really cool profession, and I'd like to introduce it to you at some point.
Wow. Simon, that sounds so fun. I couldn't think of anything else I'd rather do with my time than look at photos with you all day. You can show me those photos, and I'll show you the crevice between my butt cheeks. I'm pretty sure both are going to be equally breathtaking.
I don't even know what to say to that. I'm not just sure if you're trying to put me down or trying to compliment yourself.
Well, yeah, just shut up. I've got no interest in your stupid photos. Why don't you find an actual profession like a real man, huh? Why don't you do something that my sister can actually be proud of? Better yet, go to the gym and hide those scrawny bones of yours. You and I stand next to each other at the party, and you look like my teenage son.
Your sister is proud of what I do. It's the reason why she fell in love with me in the first place. She loves my work and supports me with it.
Yeah, right. I'm not gonna believe that until I get a written statement showing that she actually loves you. Some goof with a beard walking around with a camera isn't exactly attractive, is it?
The beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
That's exactly what some little dweeb like you would say. I mean, let's just talk about your income. Did you have a look at my little chateau today?
What did you just call it? Do you even know what that means?
Of course I know what it means. What, you don't think my house is worthy enough to be called something like that? Just admit it, you got lost trying to look for the toilet. I've had guests walking around looking for that thing for like 10 minutes.
It's quite a large place, yes, I'll admit that much.
Come on, you're totally doing me a disservice here. It's not just about the size, but look at what we've got in it. We've got sculptures that we've ordered from overseas. We've got paintings that are worth thousands and thousands of dollars. We've got a massive yard for the kids to play in and a pool for them to jump in after school. Heck, we even got a kitchen with our own cooks. You want some sirloin steaks with a snap of your fingers? Not to worry, we've got you covered. I mean, I'm telling you, in a place like my house, you don't even need to go outside. We've got everything that we would need within these walls. And you know what? I've given that all to my wife. She is an amazing person. And that's how far I was willing to work for her.
Well, despite the differences we have between us, Frank, I will say that's really admirable. Not many men will do that.
See, that's where you're wrong, Simon. Only men will do this. Men that aren't doing this can't be called men. You should have gotten into a real profession just like me. It could have been anything. Do real estate just like I did. Or maybe banking. Just what person in their right mind would choose photography? You might as well be working at McDonald's. I'm pretty sure they have a higher base earning per annum than you do.
Oh, enough of that. Frank, I think you've had enough of insulting what I do. You think I'm just gonna sit here and take it from you?
I do, to be honest. Because a little wimp like you can't do anything against me. Like, what are you gonna do, big man? You're gonna come back to my chateau and challenge the king? You really want to duke it out in front of my daughter?
Of course I don't.
I'll say whatever the hell I want to, and you're gonna listen.
You're flaunting your success, and I don't care for it. It doesn't make you any better than me. I'm not scared of some bully. I'm gonna have a word with your sister. I'm not gonna put up with it. You need to realize that we're family, and that I deserve some basic respect.
Oh no, not my sister. Whatever am I gonna do? If she ever hears about this, I'm gonna be hiding in my room for weeks. She's definitely gonna have it out for me. Maybe she'll go tell Mom like she used to when we were kids. Oh man, I'm gonna be in so much trouble. Please don't tell my sister. I'll do anything. Have my house, I'll give it to you. You can even have the car. Just don't tell my sister.
You know, your idiocracy continues to amaze me, Frank. I've heard what you've had to say. I get it. I'm not gonna force you to like photography, but you're at least gonna respect that I do it.
You can't actually expect that of me, can you? Let's face it, Simon. Down the track, this is gonna come back to bite me.
What do you mean it's gonna come back to bite you?
See, this is what I mean. If you actually trained your mind in a proper profession, you would learn how to see what's gonna happen in the future. A little bit of foresight, if you will. Well, how about I break it down to you, young man?
What do you mean, young man? I'm the same age as you.
Biologically, maybe, but mentally, I think you need to be taught a lesson. Didn't anyone ever teach you proper manners? Don't you know not to interrupt the teacher as he's talking?
You really have a high opinion of yourself, don't you? There is nothing about you that puts you above me, Frank.
Well, listen here, little Simon. What's gonna happen is you're gonna continue on your profession in photography. Now, let's face it, that's a pretty competitive field. I mean, how many people do you need to press a button on the camera? You only need one, right? It's gonna reach a point where you're not gonna have any jobs coming in at all. Consequently, your finances are gonna suffer because of it. Then my sister is gonna cry and moan and complain that she doesn't have any money. You guys don't have enough to live on. What is she gonna do then, huh? Do you think she's just gonna rub her hands together, open them up, and expect the money that she needs to be there? Of course she's not. She is gonna turn to family.
That is what family is there for, I guess. You have something against her relying on her own family?
Yeah, but just think about this logically. We're not gonna burden our parents. They've worked hard their whole lives. We owe them too much already. We can't exactly take money from them. So who is she gonna turn to then? The only person that she's related to. Your friendly neighborhood Frank.
Is that what you're starting to call yourself now, huh? There's really no limit to your vanity.
It's better to be vain than to be poor. Plus, you should know already, I'm known around these parts. I'm a guy that can talk to people, and everyone comes around for a party at Frank's chateau. So you and my sister are gonna get yourselves into a little pickle, and you're gonna come to my doorstep begging me. You'll do anything for a little bit of a handout. And I have to be honest, I am not gonna be happy on that day. She should have known to get with a guy that has a decent level of competency.
You're making a lot of assumptions here, Frank, and you're making a fatally incorrect one. You've got no idea if my photography is gonna lift off or sink. You don't even know the intricate details of the type of work I do. You don't know the market and you don't know the demand. We're gonna be fine financially no matter what prejudices you have. And if I'm being really honest right now, with the impression that you're giving me, I don't think I want to go to your doorstep and ask you for money. I would be really disgusted with myself if I was in the palm of your hand, putting up with that smug attitude of yours. I don't know what I would do, but I would find another way to avoid it. But let's face it, the situation is never going to happen.
You really are a little weasel, you know that? I can't believe I actually invited you to this party. I swear there are just some times in my life that I'm way too nice.
I really don't know what to do about you, Frank. I really don't know where these weird prejudices of yours have come from, but I think it's really sad. Think about it. We're family at the end of the day. This isn't something that we should really fight about. We should have some sort of mutual respect for each other. Up until today, I thought we had that.
Well, I guess at some point we had to show each other our true colors, didn't we? I care about my sister, and I want her to be with a capable partner, someone like her little brother. I'll tell you what, if you really want my respect, how about you do me a favor? Do a little bit of work and show me that you're a real man, and then I will start to respect you.
Are you kidding me right now? Is this something that I have to earn? I'm your family now, Frank. Why can't you just respect me?
What do you mean that you're my family? You and my sister aren't married yet. You never know what's gonna happen up until that day. Hey, she might even leave you for all we know. Don't get your hopes up. You never know what will happen when a strong, burly banker catches her in his sights.
Whatever, Frank. Talking to you right now is ridiculous.
Well, you know what? Just hear me out. You might like my little proposition. Did you happen to take a look at my lawn while you were here?
I sure did. That was quite impressive. The kids must enjoy playing in that extra large space.
Of course they do. That's why I got this place. I want them to run around and tire themselves out as much as possible. Well, listen here. The grass is starting to get a little bit too long for my liking. How about you come over here and snip it for me?
You want me to mow your lawn?
Bingo!
That seems really unfair. You want me to actually do labor for me to gain your respect? What are you gonna do for me, Frank?
Absolutely nothing. I don't need to prove anything to you.
Are you kidding me right now? Where is this attitude coming from? You think just because you work in real estate that you're suddenly above me?
Hey, look, the house speaks for itself, doesn't it? Look at the place that we live in. We are living big. Honestly, Simon, compared to us, you're just an ant that I could squash. You really need to learn your place. I mean, you couldn't even imagine yourself having a place like this. But think about it. A man as powerful and influential as I am is giving you a chance to gain my respect. That's worth a lot. You know, it's probably worth even more than the materialistic things that you own. Think of this as a nice opportunity for yourself.
What a load of crap. I've never heard of such a stupid deal in my whole life.
Well, if that's the case, why don't you think about my sister? Do you think she likes the fact that we're having this conversation? Someone in her position would want nothing more in the world than her family to just get along with each other. Think about it. She's got her little brother that she's taken care of her whole life, and now she's having her man have a conflict with him? Having two people that she cares about fighting isn't exactly ideal. If you want us to have a healthy relationship with each other, you're gonna have to do what I say.
Okay, I understand your logic, but at the same time I had a good look at your lawn. It looked like the grass was freshly cut. What exactly do you want me to do?
Hey, look, that's for you to figure out and for me to be the judge of. Do something to impress me and we'll start taking it from there. We can't do this any other way.
Frank, do you want some free photos or something? I mean, when's the next birthday? I'll take photos of your wife or something. I'll do someone's marriage. I don't see the point of me coming over there and cutting the grass for you. Especially when there's nothing else to cut.
Excuses, excuses, excuses. Is this what you people do in the photography industry? You don't have a can-do attitude, do you? Let me put it simply for you, Simon. Do you want my sister to be happy in your marriage?
Of course I do.
Well, we're gonna do what it takes to create healthy relations amongst your family if that's the case. Now, you know what? I've wasted my time talking with you enough as it is. I've got a party to get back to. I want to see you there that weekend. I am not gonna take no for an answer.
Hi, honey. I just got finished up in the office and I'm at the party right now. I have to say, it really sucks being called in on the weekend, especially for a time like this. Could you believe that trouble could start on the exact same day as the birthday party of my niece? This is an absolute nightmare. Well, at least I get to sit here and cool off for a bit. There's a couple of relatives I haven't seen in a really long time, and I've got to say, Frank really did a good job at making this party spectacular. I mean, all of this for a little 8-year-old girl? Surely this is way too extravagant. I don't remember getting anything this exciting at her age.
Hey, Catherine, it's good to know that I wasn't the only one thinking that. You could combine all the birthdays that I've had so far together, and it wouldn't reach the magnitude of that one.
Hey, what are you talking about right now? I've had some amazing parties for you. How could you insult me that way? I put a lot of effort into those, you know.
Oh, wait, look, honey, you know that I didn't mean it that way. Come on, your parties were amazing. To be honest, all of the grandiosity and big displays of wealth are not really for me. A good party is about the little intricacies in it, the little details that you put into it. I think Frank is just blowing as much money as he can and just pretending people are having a good time.
Looks like someone's feeling a little bit bitter. Come on, Simon. You have to admit that things are pretty amazing here. I mean, did you try the ribs? I didn't even know Frank could cook that well. He's my little brother and I've known him forever. He couldn't boil an egg if it meant his life was on the line.
Yeah, Frank is so amazing, isn't he? Well, if you're having so much fun there, you can just stay there. I'm going home.
You know what? I wanted to talk to you about that. What's going on right now? I thought you were going to be here. You only sent me a text a couple of hours ago saying that you were at this party. I was expecting to be with my husband right now. Except now I'm all alone. I know this is a kid's party, but check out the type of people here. Frank has brought a lot of business associates here. Are you worried that someone is going to talk to me? One of those boys in the snazzy suits might snatch me up.
Should I be worried about something like that? Catherine, you and I are about to get married, aren't we?
Of course we are. Honey, I'm just being a little bit playful with you. Don't get so serious all the time. You're the only guy I care about.
I have to be honest right now, I'm not really in the mood for jokes. That's the reason why I left that party.
All right, come on, Simon. What's going on? Talk to me. I'm about to be your wife soon. We've got to be open and honest with each other.
I can tell you what's on my mind, but you're not gonna like what you're gonna hear. It's fine, just let me keep silent. I'll sort myself out.
Well, I'm not going to do that because obviously something happened at this party. What's going on? Did you guys have a fight?
Yeah, something like that. Your brother and I are two very different people. We're not the type of people to see eye to eye.
Oh no. I guess things blew up between you two, huh?
It sounds like you knew something like this would happen.
A little part of me did. I know you very well, and I know my brother very well. Putting you two together is like putting Mentos in a bottle of Coke. You don't want anyone to be around when something like that happens.
Yeah, well, thankfully, whatever differences we had were sorted out through WhatsApp. If we actually started something at the party, things would have been a different story. We would have been walking into a massacre.
Are you kidding me right now? Is that how much you two argued? Just what sparked this in the first place?
Well, look, I've got a message from my client saying that he's gonna pay extra if I can give him the photos tonight. We did a photo shoot for his Tinder profile, and I guess he can't wait a couple of weeks for me to get it done. He wants to put himself out there straight away. I don't really have an issue with it, to be honest. I kind of wanted to go home. Frank's party wasn't really that enjoyable for me. I'll be honest, the food was quite delicious, but the type of people he has in his company are really repulsive.
Oh boy, you're telling me. I've had to put up with those guys for a long time. They're a bunch of meatheads just like my brother.
You know when people are so horrid that it actually makes your stomach churn? I mean, those guys were bragging about the businesses they have and how much they were ripping off their customers. They found out little ways that they could scam them. I honestly couldn't sit there any longer. Not to mention his kids. I know he's their father and he's gonna love them to bits, but they're a bunch of monkeys. For some reason, they thought it was funny to come over to me and splash water in my face. They had those little water pistol guns, and they just couldn't keep the fun and excitement to themselves.
Oh, wow. I can see that annoying you. Don't take it too seriously, though. They're kids at the end of the day. I'm pretty sure you did something like that as well when you were young, Simon.
I don't know. You know what type of father I have, right? He really did a good job of teaching me not to step on other people's shoes. Anyway, I wasn't having a good time there. I was kind of hoping you would come so I could actually have someone to talk to. That was when I got the message that I could start work tonight, and it was a good excuse to leave. I was gonna say goodbye to your brother, but people were telling me that he was in the toilet. I told them to give him my thanks for the party and that I was leaving. Apparently, he saw me walking out the door and he didn't really like that.
Okay. So what happened after that? Did he chase after you or something?
No, we started talking on WhatsApp and that's when the argument started.
Yeah, I can't imagine that going well. My brother is a really prickly guy. He's got a very high opinion of himself.
You don't need to tell me that. I've experienced it firsthand.
Okay, well, you know what he's like, don't you? I'm pretty sure he took some offense to you leaving the party that early. Especially the fact that you didn't say goodbye to him directly.
Well, I gotta be honest. I did try to go to his toilet and say goodbye, but I couldn't get anywhere near it. The stench that was coming from there was overwhelming. I know he was talking up those ribs today, but I didn't think it was good for his stomach.
No, that's got nothing to do with the ribs. He's always been like that. I know exactly what that smell is. He really has to get that checked out by a doctor at some point. So anyway, what did you guys argue about?
Well, basically, he just wanted to flaunt his success and tell me that I'm not doing a good enough job of making you happy.
What is that supposed to mean?
Well, he thinks I should be giving you a nice big house like his one, or a chateau as he likes to call it.
Oh my god, my brother! He's such a pretentious douchebag! I swear he never grows up. He's still a 15-year-old boy. The only difference now is he's got a lot of figures in his bank account that just exaggerates his personality even more. Anyway, I don't want you to care about anything he says. Him having a massive house and whatever is irrelevant to the type of life I want to have with you. Don't worry about it.
Are you sure you're gonna be okay with that? Your brother and I aren't getting along. He's your family at the end of the day. Aren't you a little bit upset about this?
Don't worry. I'll go and have a talk to him. I'll tell him straight. Thank you for telling me this.
No, Catherine, you can't do that.
Why not?
I don't think it's gonna work. He seems to be mocking you. He doesn't think you can do anything. And if you think about it, it's a little bit weird, isn't it?
In what way?
Well, you guys aren't kids anymore. You're adults now. We should handle this as if it's an adult problem.
Okay. Well, how exactly do you want to handle this?
Well, the thing is, he brought up a deal with me that he would start to respect me if I went to his house and did some chores for him.
What are you, his slave or something? That's not exactly fixing the issue, is it? What's going through your head, Simon? You didn't actually agree, did you?
Well, at the moment, it's up in smoke. I haven't given him a clear answer, but if it means peace between us, I don't see the issue with it. At the end of the day, I'm just going to go based on your wishes. If you really want me to go over there and submit myself to his will, I'll do what he says. It all depends on how much you value the relationship between me and your brother.
This is just ridiculous. My brother is just on a power trip, you know that, right? He's a bully. He just wants to show he's better than other people. And now that you're going over there to be a slave, it's going to be that much more obvious. You may as well get on all fours to be a footrest for him. Just what exactly are you going to do anyway? Wash his dishes for him or something?
Nothing like that, but he does want me to mow his lawn.
Are you kidding me right now? Do you see the size of that thing? He didn't actually ask you that, did he?
He sure did.
Simon, you complete buffoon! I can't believe you accepted that!
Hey, didn't you listen to me before? I told you that I left it up in smoke. I'm not actually gonna do it.
I can't believe he would actually ask you to do that. How degrading is that? It's not like you're some 15-year-old boy that needs a couple more dollars to buy more lunch at school. I'm going to give him a piece of my mind. I don't care for a round of the party. He needs to hear this. No one insults my husband like this.
You really are a piece of work, aren't you? I mean, yesterday I was only joking about you telling my sister on me, but you actually went off and you told her, didn't you? If you had an issue with me, Simon, how come you didn't come back here and tell me yourself? Is that the type of guy you're gonna be from this point on? Anytime push comes to shove, you're just gonna palm it off onto my sister, are you? This just further proves why you're not suitable to marry her. I can't believe such a squid is gonna be in my family soon.
Frank, I didn't order her to do anything. She acted out of her own will. Look, I tried to stop her, but whatever she did, she did. So, what happened between you guys?
Well, what was originally meant to be the most awesome, amazing birthday party ever turned into an absolute mess. I had to tell everyone to go home after that. I've got to tell you, seeing as you're getting married to my sister, you have to be prepared for that little temper of hers. I mean, one little flick of the switch and she flares out.
What do you mean? What exactly happened?
Well, we had a nice, cool DJ stereo kit here, and there were guys playing the music. They were doing an amazing job. These are a couple of my buddies from high school. They managed to hit it big. Their stuff rocks. I shouldn't be too surprised, though. Anyone that is graced with the privilege of being in my presence usually turns into something.
You know what? The next time I see your parents, I need to have a long discussion with them. It's really amazing how you've become this arrogant, even as an adult. I want to know how they raised you as a child.
You really want to know? You don't even need to speak to them. I'll tell you myself. They raised me to be a champion.
They raised you to be detestable.
It seems the type of people that say that tend to be the losers. It's fine, I get it, Simon. I opened your eyes today. You realized how pathetic you are. You saw how amazing my house is and how glorious life could be. You knew you would never achieve something like that with your own photography. You must be seething with frustration. Every time you think of your brother-in-law, you have clenched fists.
Frank, I have had enough of your boasting. You've already given me enough of it today. What happened between you and my wife? I need to know. She hasn't talked to me all night.
Hey, buddy, stop acting like you crossed over the finish line. You guys aren't married yet.
Frank, tell me.
Fine, look, she's an absolute psycho. She hasn't changed ever since she was a kid. I was over with my buddies at the DJ set doing some stuff with them, and she asked me what I demanded you to do this weekend. I told her that we had an arrangement for you to mow the lawn. The moment she heard that, she took one of the speakers and pushed it over, smashing it into the TV. Are you sure you want to marry someone like this? That was absolutely insane. She broke my stuff, man. I thought people get wiser as they grow older. She's turned into more of an ape.
I can't believe it. Look, I'll have a word with her tonight. She went way too far doing that.
Hey, look, don't worry about it. I'm not like you, Simon. This isn't even gonna put a dent into our financials. We're fine.
I'm more worried about you.
I don't think you can handle a woman like that. She's gonna eat you up. A guy with no balls isn't gonna cope with the cannons my sister has down there. You better get out of this marriage as soon as you can.
Yeah, well, Frank, you can just suck it up. This is the person that I've chosen to be with, and I don't care if she's done that today. I'm really sorry that she did something like that. Regardless of whether or not you want me to pay for it, I'm gonna give you some money. I can't give you anything at the moment because I don't have many jobs. It's not a good season for photography. But give it a couple of months and I will be able to pay you back.
You know what? Don't even bother. You really are a spineless little creature, aren't you? Even after hearing this about her, you still want to marry her? You've got to toughen up. You don't know what our families are like. We're warriors. We don't take crap from anyone. We eat up little mice photographers like you for breakfast.
Well, clearly that's not the case because she decided to marry me. I don't care what you think about it, Frank. We're gonna be family soon, and you are gonna have to accept that.
Yeah, well, we might be family, but that doesn't mean that I have to go to your wedding. Don't expect me to be there.
Are you kidding me right now? Frank, this is your sister we're talking about. It is a special day for her. You have to be there. You're her brother.
I don't have to do jack. I don't want to support what is going on. I am definitely not going to be there enjoying myself. I am not going to put on a fake smile for everyone. If you wanted me at that wedding, too bad.
Well, you know what, Frank? If that's the way that it's going to be, then I can't argue with you. I guess we'll have to have this wedding without you.
Are you serious? Are you going to back off that easily?
I know when a person is set in their ways. I'm not going to sit here and try and change your mind. I'll try and talk to Catherine about it. Let her down easily.
You just continue to prove my point. You have got no spine at all. Good luck. Try and have a decent wedding in that crappy little venue you have. You know what I'm going to do that day, huh? I'm going to get my family and take them out on the yacht. We're going to have a little bit of a boat party. Have that in the back of your mind as you sign your little life away to my sister. Simon, get your butt out here already. This is an emergency. You need to get me into this wedding.
Is that you, Frank? You were the last person I was expecting to get a message from today. What do you want? I thought you were on your yacht celebrating my misery. I'm trying to get ready for things here. We're about to have the ceremony soon.
I know you are. You think I haven't seen the itinerary for today? Look, I don't have time to explain, but I need you to get me to that wedding. Something big has just happened.
Well, this is an interesting change of heart. Did you take the time to think about what's going to happen from this point on and accept the fact that I'm going to be part of this family? I have to say, it took you a long time, Frank.
Of course I haven't. I still feel the same way about you that I always have. But here's the thing. I've got a big problem, and you've got to let me into that wedding. My job is on the line here.
What do you mean your job is on the line?
Well, look, you're going to be really surprised to hear this, but you and I actually have a connection. You heard me talk about being a real estate agent that whole time. Didn't you think to tell me what your father was into?
All right, so I'm guessing Catherine must have told you about my father then. Yeah, he's working in real estate as well. He has his own branch. He's been in that industry ever since I was a kid.
Yeah, well, that branch that he's owning is the place where I'm working. That guy's my boss, man.
Are you serious right now? My dad is the one that's employing you? Well, this is some poetic justice, isn't it?
Yeah, look, this isn't the time to be making jokes at me. We have to act, and we have to act fast. Here's the thing about your dad. I'm pretty sure you know it yourself, but he's an absolute tight ass. I have got no idea how you grew up underneath that guy. He's super strict to everyone at work. He's got us all on a leash.
My dad has often talked about the people that he employs. He's very strict with them and he expects the best results. But for the people in his family, he treats us with a gentle hand. I mean, he's even let me do the job that I'm currently doing now. It's got nothing to do with real estate.
You know what? That doesn't make any sense to me, to be honest. If you had a dad that's doing something that amazing, just why in the hell did you become a photographer?
Well, that was my passion. That's what I wanted to do with my life.
But don't you think it would have been smarter to become a real estate agent? Your dad could have taught you everything. I mean, I've been working in this thing for about 8 years now, and I still don't know everything that I could. You could have got a whole life of education in this industry.
That's not to try say that my dad didn't try. He had me at the books and he was teaching me all about houses and how the market is working. It just didn't really click with me. My dad wasn't too pushy about it though. He wasn't super insistent on me becoming a real estate agent if I didn't want to be one. We had a long discussion about what my dream was and what I wanted to do. I told him that I loved photos. I loved seeing magazines and the people in them. I thought one day I could take the same type of photos. My name could be in that magazine too. From that point on, he decided to support my dream.
Why would he do something like that? This is what I mean. He sounds like a horrible father. If he really cared about your future and putting you on the right path, he would have made you one hell of a real estate agent.
That is not his dream, though. To be honest, my dad doesn't even really care about being in the real estate industry. He only saw that as a means to fund my dream.
What do you mean by that?
Well, his dream was to have a child and for them to fulfill their dream. He realized there wasn't a good chance of him going anywhere. He was too old to pursue something he wanted to do. It was better to invest in his child's dream. So he decided to choose an occupation that had a high income. He got into housing and he's been doing it ever since.
This is all too much to take in. I can't believe that you were the son of a guy like that. I mean, I gotta be honest. He's pretty much got a stick up his behind 24/7. That being said, he is an admirable guy. He's kind of what I aim to be. He's successful and confident. He doesn't let anyone mess around with him. I just can't imagine a guy like you being bred from him. It's like seeing a bear give birth and a fish comes out instead. It is absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, well, you don't have to believe it, but it's the truth. How did you find out anyway?
Well, that's what I need to talk to you about. This week he was telling me how he's gonna go to his son's wedding. He was saying that he really is proud of his son, but he was having some issues with the brother of the bride.
Well, we all know who that is.
I sympathized with him and said that people don't know common sense these days. You can't disrespect the guy that's gonna marry your sister. I asked him for the name of the bride and he said my sister's last name. A little light bulb flipped in his head because he realized it was me. He looked at me with these stone-cold eyes and connected the dots very easily. He told me to get out of his office and not to come back there for a whole week. Oh, he is so mad at me. I've never seen him like this before.
What an interesting set of circumstances. To think that you actually worked for my dad. That can't work out very well for you.
Yeah, well, look, that's putting it very lightly. Who knows what's gonna happen from this point on? I'm probably gonna lose my job over something like this. You gotta let me in there. You gotta let me apologize to him.
And why do you think coming in here is gonna do you any good? You're probably gonna start fighting with everyone. You're the last face he wants to see on a day like this.
Well, I mean, come on. You can be a good sport, can't you, Simon? I know we've had our differences and whatnot, but put it aside for our family. Don't you realize what's at risk here? Think about it. This job is all I have. I'm gonna lose everything. The house, the car, everything I've built up, even the security that I provided my family with. All of it is gone in an instant. All because you're gonna be selfish. You're not going to be cruel to me, are you? All we've gotta do is act, chummy. He's gotta see us getting along with each other at the moment. If he sees that, he'll know that I've given him the proper respect that he deserves.
I am not doing that, Frank. We had a deal that you wouldn't be coming today, and here you are. I really don't want to be disturbed. I kind of like knowing that you weren't coming here. I've always found you to be repulsive. There's nothing that we have in common. We never get along. I don't care what happens to you from this point on. Whatever my dad decides to do is up to him. I am indifferent to it. Anyway, I have a wedding to get back to. Don't bother me again.
Come on, Simon, are you serious right now? Aren't you the one telling me that we should start getting along? Well, this is our chance, isn't it? Hey, how about this? I'll forget about the lawn thing. You don't have to come over and mow for me. I'll give you the respect you need. You just gotta put in a good word with your dad for me. Come on, please. I don't want to lose my job. Look at you being all smug and whatnot. I saw those photos you have from the wedding. I hope you're happy.
Well, thanks, Frank. That's very kind coming from you. We had an amazing day. I'm sorry that you weren't able to attend. Did you see your sister?
Yeah, I saw her. I saw that stupid big face of hers. So, you two finally got married. You guys look so proud of yourselves.
Well, we are, to be honest. She and I have gone through a lot. We've been in a very long relationship and it's finally come to some fruition. Who would have thought that we would get married?
Well, isn't that perfect? Everything works out for Simon and my sister. You guys get to live happily ever after. And what about me? Did anyone care to think what would happen to me? No one did they? I mean, I didn't just have my stuff trashed at my house. I didn't just lose my job or anything. Did you guys care about anyone else apart from yourselves?
What did you say right now, Frank?
Yeah, you heard me. Your anal dad actually fired me. Can you believe that? I didn't even do anything wrong with work. There's no real reason to fire me.
Actually, I might be able to give you a bit of insight on that one, Frank.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean? You actually know what happened?
I do. I am still really close with my dad. I like to keep him updated on my career and what is going on. He also likes to tell me about his real estate business. I've actually known about his workers, even if I didn't know the name. There was always this one guy that he would bring up. This person, in particular, was one of his best. He brought in the most clients and he sold the most houses. He had an amazing way of keeping a rapport with people, and he was able to sell them quite easily. Although, there's only one little caveat to this.
What would that be?
This guy was a fraud. He would oversell the houses, and in most circumstances, there was a lot of problems with them. Some of them still had termites. Some of the houses were located in neighborhoods where the neighbors were hard to deal with. They would stay up all night partying or shouting, screaming at each other. This particular worker would have a way of selling the house like it was the best place you could live in. It was their dream home. He was able to get everyone hooked on it.
Well, I kind of like the cut of this person's jib. Sounds like my type of guy.
He also said that this person was incredibly arrogant. He thought he was the best person in that workplace. Whenever there was someone new on the team, he would bully them out, make them feel incompetent and worthless. While this person was really good at selling houses, he wasn't good at creating a healthy workplace for people. He was the type of person that my dad couldn't keep for a long time. Can you take a guess who that person might be?
Are you kidding me right now? You're actually trying to say that it was me, aren't you? I don't get what his problem is. Our job is to sell houses, right? That's what I've done.
He wants to do these things perfectly. Lying to people is not the way to do it. It doesn't matter how much money you rake in.
I don't believe what I'm hearing right now. Well, fine, I've lost my job and I've got to find a different solution. You've got to help me out. You've got to help me find a job somewhere.
What do you mean, me? I'm just some stupid photographer, right?
I know, but maybe you could give me a job just in the meantime, you know? I've got rent and mortgages to pay. Come on, just get me something to do. I can be your assistant or something.
That is not gonna happen. I don't need an assistant. I've already got plenty of them.
Well, that's a very interesting joke. I can't imagine you having any assistants. You're actually telling me that someone is there to hold the camera for you as you press the button? You really are incapable, aren't you? Look, you've got to think about this one logically, Simon. Okay, fair enough. You're a photographer, but maybe my savvy knowledge might be able to help you. I've got good people skills, you know? I'm sure that's an invaluable skill in photography. You might be skilled in your craft, but you need to know how to talk to people if you really want to get up there in the big leagues. Come on, buddy. I'm a very valuable asset. All you have to do is just let me have a chance.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pass on that one. Look, I know what is going on right now. You don't actually want to get a job doing photography. You just want your old job back. My dad runs a very successful firm, and there are many good perks. You figured that if you help me out a little bit, I might begin to like you a bit more. Consequently, we'll be able to put in a good word with my dad. Tell him that you're worthy of getting your job back.
Come on, that's not true. Don't think so badly about me. I'm just family. I'm family, and I'm in a pinch at the moment. I'm relying on the people that I can.
Even if I wanted to help you, I'm not living in this country anymore.
Wait, what did you say? What is that supposed to mean?
Well, you were talking about getting into the big magazines and whatnot. And let me tell you something, my hard work has finally paid off.
What did you say?
Look, I was being quite humble about it, but the thing is, I've already been working with some major brands recently. You wouldn't have heard of Burberry by any chance, have you?
No way! You're not actually doing photography for them, are you?
Oh, so you're doubting me?
Of course I am. My wife is looking at their clothes all the time. You're actually taking photos for them? That is amazing.
I sure am, but here's the thing. I'm not doing it here in America. They want me to go out to Europe. They're going to pay for everything. Accommodation, places to stay, food for the month.
Well, this is amazing. It's like a little quick holiday for you, isn't it? How long are you going to be out there?
Well, from the looks of things, indefinitely. They're saying that America just doesn't offer the type of scene that fits their look. They want photos with a little bit more personality and edge. With someone of my caliber, it's not a bad idea to have me. They want to make use of me as much as possible.
No way, you have got to be kidding me right now. You're actually leaving the country?
I sure am, and this is a top dollar project. They're paying me very handsomely for this.
Are you serious right now? How much?
Well, let's just say, give it a couple more years and I can probably buy that house off you if I really wanted to.
Are you kidding me? For a job doing photography? This doesn't make any sense at all. You guys shouldn't earn that much money. Just how hard is it to do that?
Well, I'm not really sure, to be honest, Frank. It comes very naturally to me. I'd say it's as hard as it is for you to lie to people about homes you get them to buy. So that being said, probably very easy.
Well, very funny. Simon, you gotta help me out if that's the case.
What do you mean? Me help you out?
Well, it's clear that you're earning a lot of money at the moment. Everything I bought here hasn't been paid for yet. They're all on loan. The car, the house, everything. I'm planning for the future. I didn't expect to lose my job at a time like this. If things keep going this way, I'm gonna be bankrupt.
Well, this is pretty interesting, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, well, I mean, think about it. You're the one that was trying to put me down for being the poor guy. The guy that doesn't earn money. The guy that can't protect and provide for his family. It seems like you haven't been doing that either.
Come on, who could have seen this happening? I didn't know that I was working for your dad.
It doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is that you looked at me and you made a judgment. You thought that just because I looked a little bit quirky and I wore glasses, that I wasn't doing anything with my life. I was some fake artist or something. Well, the truth is, I put a lot of love and dedication into my photography. It takes time to get good at this skill. It takes time to find a way of taking photos that people enjoy. I had a dream to become successful, to become the best at it. And I'm slowly edging my way there. Now look at me. I'm gonna be putting Catherine out of work soon. She doesn't have to do anything. Her new lifestyle is gonna consist of relaxing in Europe and going to places where she's never been before. That's gonna be much better than your family being left out for the street.
You know what's gonna happen to us if we don't pay rent, don't you? Come on, Simon, you're married. You're family. Now you're meant to help family. This is my time of need. Trust me, if you're in my position, I'd do anything to help you.
What a load of crap. We know that's not true, Frank. You're just a selfish guy with a massive ego. The only reason that you're being nice to me now is because the tables have turned. You should have been nice to me regardless of whether or not my dad was employing you. It's just common courtesy to be nice to people. Instead, you wanted to act superior to me.
Come on, buddy, don't do that. We can work out a deal. I'm sure we can. What do you want? How about this? You help me get back into real estate, and I'll get your house. You want to go to Europe, right? I'll make it so that you can go there 10 times a year. No, I can't do that. Goodbye, Frank. This is the last time I will be speaking to you. Oh, wait a minute, Simon, don't go just yet. I'm sorry, photography is cool. You have got an amazing profession. I really respect it now. Simon, you're not actually leaving me, are you? Simon? Simon!
Frank did his best to contact me after that, but to no avail. He tried to get through to Catherine, but I explained to her what happened. She had a lifetime of listening to her brother's arrogant nature. She's finally had enough of it. She figured that with us going to Europe, it was a good time to cut ties with him. She understood his situation and what was going to happen to him, but she knew what he had done to get there. The fact that he lied to common people so that he could get ahead disgusted her. She didn't want anything to do with a guy like that. Over time, things didn't work out for him. His friends knew about his situation and the fact that he was unemployed. They also knew that everything he paid for was on loan. He didn't actually pay for it in full. He was on a slow sink to the bottom. His wife realized it too. She wasn't the best of characters and was only in it because he was powerful and had money. Now she knew he was going to be another slob like everyone else. The moment she realized that, she up and left one morning and never returned. She's quite an exotic woman from South America, and there are rumors that she's gone back there. The chances that Frank is ever going to see his children again are quite slim. Frank's biggest downfall was his family. His whole life, he thought he could be a step above everyone else and use them. It was about time that he had a taste of his own treatment. Even if Frank managed to keep his job, things would have come back to bite him eventually. His reputation grew around town as the guy who lied about the places he sold. No one was ever going to give him a decent job. Not one restaurant and not one retail facility wanted him. And of course, the real estate industry wouldn't even accept his resume. The moment they saw his name, it went straight to the bin. The job he ended up getting was working as a janitor. His daily schedule consists of mopping up floors and cleaning toilets. Knowing that he's a janitor, people found out the exact places he was working. When they know his schedule, they go into the toilet in advance and leave him a special surprise in there. Sometimes there's even graffiti threatening him to never come back there again. He's not taking it too well, but hopefully in time, there's going to be some sort of therapy session for him. He might gain some sort of proper understanding of where he sits in society and that he should treat people a lot better. On the bright side of things, I'm starting to open my own brand here in Europe. I've had many clients for my photos and people really like my work. Catherine quit her job in America and she's been helping me a lot with my photography. She decided to create her own brand and we've been promoting it together. We've been having a great time here in Europe, but we plan to expand somewhere else. It's only a matter of time before my face is on a magazine and a guy like Frank will be reading it one day. I hope he remembers the days when he said I was never going to amount to anything and that I was just a stupid photographer.
Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
I won't ask for anything else as long as people keep the premises nice and clean and they pay their rent on time. So the tenants shouldn't be asking anything extra of me either. Don't you think that's a fair exchange, Rhonda? But the young girl who runs the restaurant downstairs is the one who fixed the water pipes for the whole building. Surely you should give her a little discount on the rent. Will you stop bringing that up already? I already told you that the water supply doesn't have anything to do with me anyway. So it's not a good enough reason for me to consider reducing her rent. The only thing I'm concerned with is if people are running their businesses well and paying me my rent on time. I'm not going to reduce her rent just because she tinkered around a bit with the water pipes. Please be considerate. The poor girl is only 22. She's the same age as your son. Imagine if she were your daughter. You would probably want to see her compensated for her efforts. I've said it once and I'll say it again. Nothing is going to persuade me to knock a single penny off the rent. She's so stingy. And anyway, it's a miracle this building hasn't collapsed already. It's so poorly maintained. It's disgraceful that the poor girl had to resort to fixing the water pipes herself, because this useless old lady thinks she shouldn't have to do anything except sit around and take rent from people. I don't think she realizes what a sticky situation she would be in if the girl downstairs decided to move her restaurant somewhere else. She'd be losing out on the rent, and the maintenance would never get done. But I suppose her cold-heartedness is probably what got her this far in life in the first place. She owns so many properties, and she's probably able to keep getting money from them because she never lets herself get soft and let people skip a month of rent payment if things are getting tough for them. She won't hesitate to evict you if you're not paying her on time. Hey, Kyle? Kyle?
Yes, Dawn?
I think you may have overseasoned this batch of fries a little. They're kind of salty.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll get another batch in the fryer right away. It looks like all the customers are really enjoying them, though.
Hey, Gary, if you're all finished, let's get going already.
I haven't finished yet. I'm especially enjoying these fries today. I don't know what it is about them, but they taste a little different. Miss Dawn is a culinary genius, don't you think? She can make the simplest of foods taste really good.
And you can tell. Look at the line of people queuing outside the door.
I guess that's why they say a business isn't run by the owner, it's run by the customers. This place got big pretty much entirely because of word-of-mouth reviews between us taxi drivers. Anyway, stop trying to rush me. I'm gonna finish my dinner and I'm gonna take my time and enjoy every last bite of it.
I don't think it'll hurt for you to leave a little bit. You need to lose some weight.
You're gonna give yourself a heart attack if you keep eating all those salty foods. Oh, so you're calling me a fat pig who's gonna die soon because of my unhealthy diet, are you? Then you must be one too. We're both eating our dinner at this greasy spoon diner, are we not?
I'm just giving you a warning. You need to take better care of your health in your old age, you know? And you, Ralph, you need to stop this habit you have of drinking 3 instant coffees with every meal. I can drink however much coffee I like. Who are you to judge me? Not only is it bad for your health, you're making poor Miss Dawn lose out on the money. Just buy a drink from her instead of being a cheapskate and bringing in your own instant coffee sachets. I can do whatever I like. Thank you very much. I don't know why you're acting so affronted. It's not like she's your daughter or anything. Well, we've been friends with her dad for ages. We're both 70 this year and she's nearly 40 now, but I've known her all of my life, so I still see her as just a little girl.
Anyway, stop bothering us and go and get back to work already. There are a lot of people waiting for taxis this time of night, and somebody has to go and take them.
Oh, before you go, Larry. Did you have mac and cheese this evening?
Yeah, I did.
Did you not order a cheeseburger and fries, though?
I don't know, maybe I did.
You should have let us know if it was a mistake. I charged you for the cheeseburger and fries, but the mac and cheese is actually $2 more expensive.
Oh, is it? Oops, I didn't know. Anyway, I've got work to do, so I'll cover the difference when I come in tomorrow. Bye, everyone.
Oh, that guy gives me such a headache. Can somebody find me Larry's receipt so I can confirm? Oh, hi there, Hank. I haven't seen you in a while.
Thank you so much for your generous contribution to the fundraiser for my mother-in-law's operation, Dawn. Thanks to you, I was able to look really good in front of her and the rest of my wife's family.
Oh, it was the least I could have done. I'll never forget the time that I spilled boiling hot oil on my feet and you immediately carried me to the hospital on your back without a second thought. We ended up getting there much faster than we would have if I'd had to wait for an ambulance.
No, honestly, you make me out to be some kind of hero, but it was nothing, really.
How is the shrimp chowder?
Oh, it is really tasty.
This is a new recipe we're trying, so I'm glad you like it. The shrimp were caught locally and everything.
That explains the fresh taste.
Should I get you another serving?
No, I couldn't possibly take advantage of you like that. I always only pay for the one serving, and you always end up giving me twice or even 3 times as much as I ordered. Thank you so much for your generosity, but you should worry more about making a profit.
Come on now, don't be stubborn and just have some seconds already. You need all the sustenance you can get after a hard day's work. Here, pass me over your bowl already. It's not like I only signed a contract for 1 or 2 years. I've been here for the last 16 years, for goodness sake. I think that this is really unfair. Well, you haven't formally requested to renew your contract, have you? It's only natural for the rent to have gone up a little in 16 years. Surely you can understand. But it hasn't just gone up a little. It's gone up by almost 10%. I could have raised it even more if I wanted to, but I didn't because I'm such a generous person. And I also assumed that my contract was going to be renewed automatically since, I've been here constantly for the past 16 years. And I really don't appreciate you raising the rent all of a sudden without prior warning. Well, your business is doing really well these days, isn't it? I'm sure you can afford to cough up a few extra pennies towards paying the rent. When I passed by earlier, there were people queuing out the door. Even so, it's a business that I built myself from nothing. After 16 years of business, I know that just because things are going well now, that doesn't mean that they will be going as well in a few months' time. Well, I guess I'll just have to prove to you that I'm entitled to way more rent than I'm getting right now. Do you even know what interest rates are like right now? Anyway, I don't want to talk to you anymore, so just get out of here. If you want to carry on renting here, you're going to have to pay the new, higher amount. That's just how things are in this economy, I'm afraid. Hi, Rhonda. It's so good to see you. Hi, Dawn. Why don't you sit down and we can have a chat over lunch? Did you rake in the money again today? Yes, business is going well as usual. How was the food you ordered from us last time? I've been experimenting with some new flavors recently, so I wanted to know how they're being received by the customers. Oh, everything you make is delicious as always. Oh, you flatter me. Anyway, have you heard the rumors that there are going to be a bunch of new developments happening in the next neighborhood over? I heard they're going to be building lots of swanky government offices, and they're even going to be making a few new subway stations so the area will become better connected with the city center. Oh, I hadn't heard about that, but I guess it will do a lot for the local economy. My dad bought some land around that area and is having a new house built there, so I guess once it's completed and all the developments in the area are done, it'll end up being worth quite a lot of money. Oh, your dad is going to be moving into a new house? Yeah, he felt a bit stuffy in his apartment, and he wanted to have a big backyard so that he could start cultivating a little fruit and vegetable garden. He's got really green fingers, Even though the house itself isn't finished yet, he's been going over regularly to tend to the garden. His dream is to live a fully self-sustained lifestyle, but I'm not sure if he's going to manage that at his age. After all, he has been a manual laborer his whole life. His body's going to have to give out eventually. Oh, but even so, it's so lovely to hear that he's found a space where he can enjoy doing his hobby. Hearing you talk about your dad's old age is really making me realize how much time has gone by since you were born. As you know, I was friends with your mother since high school, And I've known you since you were in diapers. Oh, it really seems like only yesterday that you were fresh out of high school, just starting to work. I remember the day that you came to me saying you were going to open your own diner so clearly. I can't believe 16 years have gone by already. Time flies, doesn't it? Now you're almost 40 and well, we won't talk about my age. Your mother would be shocked to see me all wrinkled. God rest her soul. Oh, don't say that. You don't look a day older than you did 16 years ago. Oh, stop it, you. Don't tell such sweet little lies to an old lady like me because I might just start believing them. Anyway, enough about me. I've been meaning to ask, are you planning on staying single forever? No, not necessarily. The opportunity to date someone just hasn't really come up. Oh, that's good to hear. I was worried that you had either resolved against getting married or you'd given up already. Oh no, it's just that I'm always so busy and I've never really had time to invest in a serious relationship. But these days, lots of people get married in their 40s, so I don't think it's necessarily too late for me. Well, that's great news. I've got someone in mind for you. Sorry, what? You just said that you did want to get married. Why has all the color drained out of your face all of a sudden? Oh, well, I was just saying that in the future, at some point, it would be nice to meet someone with similar values to me and see how it goes. I didn't necessarily mean that I want to get married right now. Oh, come on, Dawn. There's no time like the present. Tell me, what kind of man are you looking for? Somebody who fits in well with my lifestyle, I guess? Well, you spend at least 340 of the 365 days in the year working in your diner, so it's going to be a little hard to find someone who fits in perfectly with your lifestyle. Because most of your regulars are taxi drivers, I thought you would naturally be exposed to lots of men, but they are all old, married, or old and married. Yeah, I haven't really found that kind of connection with any of the customers. They're mostly around my dad's age, and some of them are even my dad's friends. Well, if fate isn't knocking on your door, you need to go and seek it out yourself. I'm telling you, this guy would be perfect for you. His mom is a landlady, and he runs a car repair shop. His business is doing really well, you know. And you know what they say about men who do manual labor like that. They're good with their hands. And to top it all off, he's the same age as you. It was meant to be. He's a nice guy, but I would say his only flaw is that he can be a little childish and irresponsible at times. I think his mom is really looking for a woman with a sensible head on her shoulders who can drag him back to reality and help him to grow up a little bit. I think she wants to make sure he's prepared to inherit all of her properties when she passes on. I actually heard her talking about you before, so I'm sure you will be the perfect candidate. This is the best revenge we could possibly get on that old cow of a landlady. I'll make sure that Dawn gets her hands on her inheritance. We'll pay her back for all the times she wronged us over the years. I'll be rooting for you, Dawn. Hi, Dad, I'm here. What are you doing?
No, I'm hand washing the clothes before I put them in the washing machine.
Oh, Dad, there's no need for you to put so much effort in.
But if I put the muddy clothes straight into the washing machine, you'll be mad at me. Oh, don't pretend you're not happy that I'm not giving them a little rinse first.
Okay, I suppose you're right. Thanks, Dad.
How was business today?
Oh, booming as usual. We never have a slow day these days.
Oh, well, look at you, Miss Modest.
What about you, Dad? Did you go over to the new house again today? I really don't know why you bought that land if the house isn't even going to be ready to live in for another year or so. I know that you like pottering around in the garden there, but you need to take it easy sometimes. You never give yourself a break.
Well, I've been a laborer all my life, and I like working outside. And besides, the house will be finished by the time I turn 70, and I think it'll be a nice time for me to move in there. I can start a new decade of my life in a new environment. Oh, won't that be lovely? And how can you say it's useless when I've planted all sorts of different fruit trees? Once they grow, we won't have to worry about buying fruit ever again.
I suppose it has its uses. Anyway, Dad, leave the laundry for a second and come and talk with me for a second.
What is it? I haven't done anything wrong today, have I? I haven't had a drink in over a week. You said I should cut down in order to keep an eye on my health, and I'm actually starting to feel the benefits.
Relax, Dad. This isn't about you. I just wanted to tell you that I'm thinking of starting a new business.
Oh, really? And why would you want to do that when the business you have is already doing so well?
Well, that's exactly why. It's doing so well that I'm pretty confident that I would do well with anything I set my mind to.
Oh, look at you tooting your own horn.
Well, business is booming even though we're in a recession and other similar restaurants are going under. That obviously means that I'm doing something right and am succeeding where others are failing.
Oh, are you feeling sorry for all the other restaurants that you've put out of business? In that case, you should brag a little less and be a little bit more humble. But you've been in the same place for the last 16 years. How are you suddenly just gonna up and leave?
I'm not going to abandon the diner. I'm going to leave it to Kyle.
Kyle? As in your brother-in-law, Kyle?
Yeah, he's been working so hard to try and give Katie the best life possible. I know he loves her and the kids so much, and I see how much effort he puts in at work day in, day out. If he becomes the manager, they'll have some extra money coming their way, and they definitely need it right now. I know he'd been trying to start his own business for a while, but kept failing, and I decided to take him on at the diner after his last business failed because of the pandemic. Now he can finally have the chance to manage a business like he always wanted to. And it really isn't easy to raise 2 kids in this economy. I want to do what I can for my little nibblings.
I am really touched that you would go out of your way to help your sister and her family like that. I always felt that I had failed the 2 of you by not being able to provide you with more opportunities in life.
What are you talking about, Dad? You always did the best you could, and both Katie and I know that. And we also had Mom's debt to worry about. Paying that off wasn't an easy job for either of us. I know how hard doing physical labor in the fields was for you.
I do admit that mother of yours didn't exactly do us any favors by passing away when she did and leaving us with such a heap of debt. You know, it still pains me to think that I couldn't afford to send either of you to college because of that.
Dad, you don't need to be sorry about that. It's not your fault. I wasn't a good student anyway, and even if we had been able to afford college, I probably would have chosen not to go. And look how successful I've become even without a college education. It just goes to show that having a fancy degree isn't everything. If you work hard, you can achieve anything. Anyway, back to the matter at hand. Kyle doesn't know it yet, but I've been training him up to be my successor for a while now.
So, are you just gonna completely step away and focus on your new business now then?
No, I think that would be too overwhelming for him at first, so I'm going to support him for the first few months and then slowly take a step back so he gradually gets used to running things by himself.
That sounds like a good idea. So, what is your new business gonna be anyway?
A carne asada restaurant.
Carne asada? That's barbecue, right?
Yes, do you remember that I spent a few weeks in Mexico last year?
Yeah, I remember. You went to visit one of your old high school friends who moved there, didn't you?
Yes, I did. But I was also doing some research on the Mexican food industry and how to bring a more authentic feel to the US market. I'm also planning on incorporating a Hawaiian twist and serving poke bowls as well.
Are you sure you know enough about Mexican food and poke bowls to be opening up a whole new restaurant based on them?
I'm still in the process of my research, so I won't open the new place until I'm fully confident that I'm going to do well. I've already started scouting for some experienced Mexican chefs, and I'm looking into making our own condiments on site.
Oh, yeah. I remember when we went to that Brazilian place that made their own condiments, you kept praising them for it.
Yeah, that's where I got the idea from.
I suppose more authentic foods are becoming much more popular with young people these days.
Yes, there are lots of taco places around, but none of them are done quite the way I'm thinking. I'm thinking of going with a market feel. There's a lot more than tacos. All kinds of stews and barbecues.
That's interesting. I wonder how you're going to pull that off. Well, either way, I believe in you. Like you said, you've always managed to succeed at everything you put your mind to. And I can't thank you enough for looking after your sister and her family. I feel like I failed as a parent for not being able to set them up for the future the way that you have.
Oh, Dad, it's fine, honestly.
Thank you so much, Dawn, for giving me this opportunity.
Oh, there's no need to thank me. And stop your crying. Anyone listening would think you're a girl and not a grown man.
I just don't have enough words to express my gratitude.
It's not like you're getting handed things on a silver platter. You've got a lot of hard work ahead of you. Tomorrow, you start going to work in the early morning just like I do and prepping for open, okay? I'll stay with you and train you up properly for the first 3 months, and then you'll be on your own after that. I have lots of years of experience, so you're in good hands. You'll still be a salaried employee under me for those 3 months, but after that, you're going to be your own boss.
Thank you so much, Dawn. I'm just so grateful.
You call yourself a man. Pull yourself together.
I just never thought in my wildest dreams that I would ever have an opportunity like this after everything else I tried to do didn't work out.
Sorry, Kyle, it's my dad. I'll have to take this. Hi, Dad. Is everything okay?
Where do you keep your driving license and ID card?
Oh, I have my driving license with me right now, but my ID card should be somewhere at home. Why do you ask?
You'll need them tomorrow. They're somewhere we need to go.
Okay, sure. We can talk about this a little more at home.
Okay, see you later.
Kyle?
Yes, Dawn?
Don't think of the customers just as customers. Instead, think of them as if they were your own father or your uncle. That way, they'll feel more comfortable around you and keep coming back. The customer's needs always come first. You need to always remember that above everything else, okay?
Yes, of course I will.
The steak here isn't that great, is it?
I think it's fine.
Now, come on, you're a culinary master. You don't need to pretend like this.
Even if the main dishes aren't great, the sides are really nice.
Shall we just leave?
You want to leave?
Yeah, I do. I finally met a woman I really like, and I only want her to have the best of the best. This mediocre food isn't up to standard, is it? Let's get going.
Oh, but it really is fine.
I know a really good place that I want you to try out. It's a little far from here, but I'm sure you're going to absolutely love it.
What kind of food is it?
It's oysters. Do you like seafood?
Yeah, oysters are nice every now and then.
Let's go and have some New York-style oysters.
What on earth are New York-style oysters?
It's so cute. There are so many things that you don't know about despite your age. It's better for me to show you than for me to explain what they are. I really think you'll like them.
But what about all this food we've ordered but barely touched?
Are you saying that we should just suck it up and eat it? No, I won't have that. I want us to go somewhere with a really nice atmosphere to eat something really tasty. We are going to have the nicest evening we could possibly have. At the end of the day, we've come out to enjoy ourselves, haven't we?
I've never met anyone with such a flippant attitude towards wasting food. But I do kind of like him, so I guess I'll just let this slide for now. Maybe I shouldn't have been so focused on managing the diner, and I should have made some more time for dating when I was younger. I guess I really do know nothing about men my age. I can't tell if this is a good one or not because I have no exes to compare him with. All my interactions with men are with the old taxi drivers who come into the diner. An attractive, successful man around my age is completely new territory for me. I like how decisive and commandeering he is, though. And the scars on the back of his hands are kind of hot as well. I didn't realize you could get hurt so often just by fixing cars.
Hey, Kyle, is your wife cheating on you or something? We haven't seen her around for ages.
Now, look here, Larry. Why are you always so nice to my sister-in-law, but you're never nice to me? I'm trying my best here, you know?
I mean, Dawn is a little sweet lady. You're a big guy with broad shoulders and a beard. Treating you the way I treated her would be a little weird, don't you think?
Even so, I'd appreciate it if you just cut me a little slack.
Oh, I don't know why Dawn suddenly decided to turn her back on this place and leave us with this loser instead. Are we not good enough for her all of a sudden? I don't see why she has to go off and open a fancy schmancy new restaurant in a fancy schmancy neighborhood. What's wrong with a good old greasy American diner?
Ralph, would you like a second helping?
Oh, I'm good, thanks. I'm all full up.
Are you really all full up? Or do you not want it because I'm not Dawn? I've never seen you leave satisfied after just one serving before, so why don't you just accept it when I offer it to you?
I'm sorry, I just really don't want it anymore today.
Oh, there's no need to apologize. You're one of our regulars, so I consider you as family.
You should get to sleep soon. I'm gonna have to get going anyway. There's still a few things I need to sort out at the old place before I can start with the new one.
Can't you just stay for 5 more minutes? There's something I want to say to you.
Oh no, I really must get going. I've already stayed way later than I planned.
It's cute how you don't pick up on the subtle signs. But I guess you wouldn't know what to look for if you've never been in a relationship before. Have you at least got the premises for your new restaurant?
No, not yet. Kyle still hasn't got the hang of managing the diner by himself yet, and I also still haven't found the ideal premises in the city yet, so I'm gonna carry on looking for a little longer. But honey, you're not looking so good right now. You'd better not stay up all night gaming again. That's probably why you're looking like this. Make sure you get a good night's sleep.
I already promised my friends that we're gonna play together tonight, so I can't go back on my word.
I can't believe that a bunch of 40-year-old men are so absorbed in these silly games. It's not good for your eyes or your brain.
I know. I'll try and do less of it from now on, okay? But anyway, would you please just let me say what I've been wanting to say this whole time?
Yeah, go on then. What is it?
My mom wants you to come by and say hi to her.
Oh, she does?
She said not to introduce any girlfriends to her unless I was sure about our future together. So, what I'm saying is, will you marry me?
Do you mean that?
Of course I do.
Okay, yeah, sure. I'll marry you.
Oh, I'm so happy that you said yes. But there's also something else I need to tell you.
What is it?
Well, you know who it was who set us up on our first date together, right?
Yeah, it was Rhonda who runs the beauty salon in the same building as my diner.
Well, she really likes you, and so does my mom.
Your mom? Do I know her already? Is she one of the regulars at my diner by any chance?
I'm guessing all your customers must really like you then.
Well, I guess you could say that.
No, she's not one of your regulars. She's actually your diner's landlady.
Wait, what?
Why are you so surprised? I expected you to maybe be mildly surprised, but I didn't think it warranted that reaction.
Well, I suppose you don't know what my relationship with your mom has been like over the years. What did she say about me?
She said that she really liked you. She said she thought you were the perfect match for a guy like me. She said she thinks you would do a good job of helping me manage her property after she's gone.
Well. This woman is full of surprises. So she's given her blessing for me to marry her son, but she still wants to raise my rent? I suppose our business and personal lives are completely unrelated, but I still find this a little strange. I really don't know what to think about this. What did you just say? I can't believe what I'm hearing. I figured you'd probably be upset, but there's no need to yell at me about it. Well, what did you expect? And for me to find out from the neighborhood gossips instead of directly from you. It's very upsetting, you know. Not only am I your future mother-in-law, I've also been your landlady for the past 16 years. The diner was doing so well. Surely you should have left it to me instead of to your younger sister's husband. And what about this new business? What are you going to be doing? And where are you going to be doing it? Have you already found a new premises? Yes, I signed the contract a few days ago, and I've already put down a deposit on a new premises in the city center. You should have mentioned this to me before. Why am I the last person to know that any of this was happening? Anyway, you should tell your sister and her husband that I'll be taking over. Well, I can't do that. They already started managing the place months ago. My brother-in-law has finally learned the ropes, and I've been able to completely step away from the place now. On whose authority did you decide to do such a thing? My own authority? I can do whatever I like with my own business, thank you very much. But I'm the one who owns the premises. Even so, I don't think you have the legal right to be that involved in decisions made about the individual running of the businesses that you rent to. You're still getting the rent payments each month, aren't you? Then you shouldn't be concerned with anything else. Even so, you should have told me about this when you first made the decision. I'm the landlady and I need to know what's going on. Well, I'm making sure you're up to date now, aren't I? Who do you consider closer then? Your future mother-in-law, future grandmother of your children, the woman who blessed you by giving birth to your husband-to-be, or your younger sister's husband? I'm not married to your son yet, you know. And forgive me if you saw things differently, but from my point of view, our relationship before I got engaged to him wasn't exactly familial. I'm very close to my sister, and she's been dating her husband since they were teenagers. So naturally, it's as if he's part of my family too. Surely you should understand why I would prioritize giving the business to them, especially considering the fact that they have young children to support. My brother-in-law has also already been working with me for a while now and understands the business inside out. But once you marry my son, you'll be part of our family, and you will naturally be far less tied to your birth family. I think that's a very old-fashioned notion. It's been a long time since it was widely considered that a woman became her husband's property upon marriage in this country, you know? In my opinion, when two people get married, it just means that both sides of the family come together, which means that both sides should be considered equally important. Besides, I haven't even decided if I'm going to change my surname yet. Well, of course you're going to change your surname! What nonsense is this? Anyway, we've lost track of what we were originally discussing. The point I really want to drive home here is that I will manage my business however I see fit, and my decision was to pass it on to my brother-in-law, who I believe was the most capable for the job. His takeover is already well underway, and I'm not going to be changing my mind at all. Such a waste! I could have done so much with that place! With all due respect, Carol, it really is nothing to do with you. It's effectively my brother-in-law's business now, and there's nothing you can do to change that. I'm going to pretend that this was just a professional phone call between landlady and tenant where I simply informed you that the diner will have a new owner from now on. For the sake of our relationship moving forwards, I will pretend that you didn't make such an unseemly fuss about all this. Hey Kyle, is everything okay?
Hi, Dawn. Where are you right now?
I'm in the car. I'm on my way to buy some crockery for the new restaurant.
Would it be possible to come over to the diner as soon as possible?
Why? What's happened?
The police are here, for some reason.
What? What do they think we've been doing? Everything is all in order financially, and we passed our recent hygiene inspection with the highest rating possible.
I think it's not something to do with the diner. They want to talk to you specifically. It's about your fiancé.
Well, this is obviously all your fault, Dawn.
Even if you do think that, that's no reason for you to show up here and start causing a scene. What on earth do you think you're doing?
I'm sorry, who are you exactly?
I've been a regular at this place for the last 16 years.
Well, even so, this has nothing to do with you, so how about you just butt out, okay? And anyway, it's a little pathetic that you're still working as a taxi driver at your age, if you ask me.
Excuse me? What did you just say to me?
Okay, whatever. I won't waste my time talking to you. Dawn, I have to say I'm very disappointed in you. You've clearly been a terrible influence on my poor innocent son. You're the exact opposite of everything I wanted from a daughter-in-law. It hasn't even been that long since you got engaged, and my son has already disappeared off the face of the earth. You're the only new thing in his life, so it obviously must be your fault somehow. Get out of my building right now! Carol, how about you calm down and we go and talk outside? You're disturbing the customers who are just trying to enjoy their meals in peace. Don't you go around telling me what to do! I'll say what I want to say when and where I want to say it.
Will you just leave Miss Dawn alone already? It's not her fault that your son has been running an illegal casino instead while using his repair shop as a front, is it?
Well, you know how it is. People get delusional and refuse to see what's right in front of them when it involves their nearest and dearest. That's obviously what's happening to her right now. Despite everything, she still thinks that the sun shines out of her son's backside and has come here to make poor Miss Dawn her scapegoat. Look here, lady, I don't know what you think you're achieving by showing up here shouting and screaming. The only thing you're succeeding in doing is embarrassing yourself.
He's right, you know. The only person to blame here is your son. He was the one who got caught doing something illegal. He's obviously been running this operation for years, probably for as long as he's had the car repair shop. I always knew there was something suspicious about that guy when I saw those scars on his hand. He's obviously been involved in some darker stuff than just running a car repair shop. It turns out he was running an illegal underground casino the whole time.
I really don't know why he's so irresponsible, getting into so much debt on top of everything else. Using his own mother's properties as collateral. The man has really no morals. Looks like you've lost pretty much everything you own as well now, haven't you, lady? There's only this building here and that apartment a few blocks away that he hasn't touched.
Hi, Kyle. I'm really sorry, but now isn't really a good time. Wait, what? Did I hear you right? Did you say that my dad has collapsed? I'm so sorry, Dawn. I feel like this is all my fault. I promised your mother I would treat you as my own daughter, and now I've gone and gotten you into this mess.
It's okay, Rhonda. I know you had good intentions.
I thought we could pay Carol back for how badly she treated us over the years by introducing you to her son in the hopes that you would get married and you would end up getting your hands on all of her properties. But if I'd known what he was really like, I would never have encouraged you to go on a date with him at all. I'm so sorry. I really just wanted the best for you.
Oh, it's fine. Don't blame yourself. Even though you're the one who introduced him to me, I'm the one who started liking him, entered into a relationship with him, and agreed to marry him.
Still, I feel like your dad's blood is on my hands, too. I had no idea that he would pass away from the shock after hearing what had happened.
There's no use in us standing around feeling bad about it now. What's happened has happened. It's almost funny when you think about it. Finding the humorous side of things is the only way to stay sane sometimes, I think. Aren't you forgetting that my mom passed away because you couldn't deal with the stress of constantly being hounded by debt collectors? It was me and my dad who ended up paying back her debt, so it's hardly surprising that he couldn't recover from the shock of hearing that his future son-in-law had run away because he was also knee-deep in debt. I really don't want you to feel bad about this. It's all my fault for getting engaged to the wrong person. If anyone should feel responsible for my dad's death, it's me.
I suppose on the bright side, it looks like your sister's husband is doing a great job of managing the diner. He's such a lovely, warm-hearted, charming young man. He was always going out of his way to help you out before, and now he's trying his best to do the diner justice after you trusted him with it. He also seems to have mastered bantering with the customers. They also seem to really like him, you know.
Yes, he is a really lovely guy. I think he was struggling a little at first, but he's gotten really used to things now. I'm very grateful to have someone as trustworthy as him to leave the diner to. Oh, hi Larry, what a surprise. Is everything okay with you?
Where are you right now?
I'm,
Wherever you are, you better drop whatever you're doing and come to the diner right now. It is an emergency.
Larry, please. Calm down and tell me what's going on.
They say these things come in threes. This really doesn't seem to be your year at all, Miss Dawn.
Please tell me what's going on.
There's no time. It's better if you just come as quickly as you can. I already called the emergency services. Oh, this is a huge mess.
You really have gone too far this time, Carol. This is arson. I know there's no proof, but I'm certain that it was you who started the fire. Kyle here is far too experienced in the kitchen to make a mistake like this. I knew you were an awful person, but how could you do this to someone? To your supposed future daughter-in-law, nonetheless. How much you may hate her and blame her for your son's disappearance, you didn't need to go as far as burning down her diner. You must have completely lost your mind. Well, this is just slander. How can you accuse me of doing something like this when we've known each other for so many years is beyond me, Rhonda. And anyway, in all honesty, I don't see what the huge fuss is about. The whole place needed rebuilding anyway. And it wasn't even a big fire. Nobody got hurt, did they? It's for the best. Now we can just start rebuilding the whole thing from scratch. It was on the brink of collapse anyway. Surely you should have just put measures in place to improve the building's structure instead of burning it down. Well, I think the fact that it burnt down so easily just goes to show that there was no point in trying to salvage it, was there? Well, you're not wrong, but I still think you're crazy for doing this. Do you not have anything to say about this, Dawn?
If you're going to rebuild, will you be able to make it so the diner can reopen? Are you willing to do this one thing for me?
Yeah, sure, do whatever you want. As long as you take responsibility for financing the rebuild. After all, the fire started in your diner, did it not?
I think we both know full well that this was not my fault, nor the fault of anyone who works in that diner.
Well, of course, you wouldn't be willing to help out, would you? You did make it very clear that your family was way more important to you than your future mother-in-law. So I suppose it was silly for me to think that you would start caring about me now.
Dawn, I'm leaving.
You're drunk. Go home and get some rest, and we can talk when you're sober. You clearly don't know what you're saying.
I'm clearly just a useless person. I must bring some kind of curse wherever I go. Every business I tried to start for myself failed, and now your diner is in ruins a mere few months after I took over. I think I must be an unlucky charm, and the reason that all these awful things have happened to you over the last few months is because you decided to leave the running of the diner to me.
Where are you planning on going? Katie and the kids have their lives here too, you know. It isn't going to be easy to just up sticks and leave.
I still think it's best for us to be as far away from you as possible. I don't want to cause any more bad things to happen to you. Please, just forget all about us. I'm sure you'll have a much happier life that way.
Listen to me, Kyle. I've decided not to go ahead with opening the new place. Instead, I'm going to start from scratch on the site of the old diner. I'm going to need your help. It's not going to be easy, so there's no way I'm going to be able to do it on my own.
I wish you all the best, but please, don't involve me in this. I don't want to be the cause of any more trouble.
Well, if that's really what you want to do, I won't stop you from leaving. But I won't have you taking my sister and the kids with you as well. If you really want to leave, promise me you'll divorce her and not claim custody of the kids. If you really think you're some kind of jinx, then you should leave them be and go off on your own.
Dawn, please don't ask me to do that.
Why do you have to be so dramatic and run away at the first sign of difficulty? Obviously, life isn't always going to be plain sailing. Bad things happen every so often and it really sucks. But we have to just get on with it. I thought you were a reliable guy, but it seems like you can't handle as much responsibility as I thought you could. I'm really disappointed in you.
Dawn really is the goddess of business. She really did quite literally raise this place up from the ashes of the old place like a phoenix. Although this fancy cantina is definitely different from the greasy taxi driver's diner that we're used to, people are coming from all over just to try this food.
How long have you been standing out here waiting?
No, I think around 40 minutes now. This new place must be 100 times as big as the old diner. How come it's so hard to get a seat in there?
I'm probably just gonna give up and go try somewhere else tonight. I won't get in before they close at this rate.
Have you given up the idea of getting married then?
Well, to be honest, since my fiancé ran away and became unreachable, it kind of put me off the idea of trusting someone like that again. But I think maybe I'm not cut out to be in a relationship. I much prefer to put my all into my work. I must not have left him that much because I honestly wouldn't really care if you told me my ex-fiancé had been found dead somewhere. I know it's quite harsh, but that's just honestly how I feel.
Is having a booming business really all that matters to you?
Yep, I think so. That was my first and only relationship in my 39 years of life, and honestly, it really has opened my eyes to the fact that it's just not worth it. Sometimes I think about what would have happened if I'd found out the truth about him after we'd got married. So I'm actually really grateful for how things turned out.
I suppose you must be. Oh, and by the way,
Do you remember what I mentioned to you before about that neighborhood nearby? Oh no, she's going to go off on one of her boring tangents about real estate again. What do you think about opening a second branch in that area? It's near the house you inherited from your late father, God rest his soul. And with the new government offices going up and plans for a new subway station, surely it's going to be the best area to do business from now on. Have a think about it. Maybe your dad's house will go up in value as well once the area becomes more developed. I will. I'm still not convinced, but I'll think about it. These are only rumors anyway. I don't know for sure.
If that big mouth Rhonda is going around spreading rumors that the area where Dawn's dad's house is will be the new place to be, then maybe there's some kind of truth to it. I lost everything because of that son of mine. It's time to pull myself up onto my own 2 feet. I can't survive just off the rent from my 2 remaining properties. I need to do something. I have a plan. I'll give Dawn an ultimatum. I'll tell her that I'll take the restaurant off her hands if she refuses to hand her dad's house over to me. That way I'll be able to sell it when the time is right and make the fortune I deserve.
I've been holding my anger in, but I really can't take this anymore.
Well, there's nothing legally wrong with what I'm saying, is there?
You really love to drag the law into things when you know you're wrong, don't you? It makes you feel like you have the moral high ground, doesn't it?
Well, all I'm doing is talking about my rights as your landlady. Our relationship now is strictly professional, so I hope you weren't expecting to receive any kind of preferential treatment from me or anything like that.
Are you really telling me to get out? When it's thanks to me that the place is even standing in the first place? When I first opened my business in your building 16 years ago, it already seemed like it was on the brink of collapse, and to be honest, it's a miracle that it even lasted this long. I worked hard to get the place rebuilt after the fire last year, and I finally gotten my business reestablished after having to start from scratch again. You can't just kick me out all of a sudden.
I'm still the landlady, and I can still do whatever I like with my property.
I really don't know how a person can be so cruel.
After 16 years of business together, and you having been on the brink of marrying my son, surely you owe me this much.
Please don't bring your son into this. I don't want to talk about him. And besides, I would never consent to be your daughter-in-law again, even if you paid me $1 million. Even if your son came back, begging for forgiveness and swearing that he was a changed man, I wouldn't take him back.
All right, I'm going to quit playing nice now. I really want to have a go at opening my own restaurant. Things are tough now that I don't have the same rental income I used to, and I'm going to need to make more money somehow in order to get by. And I'm going to need your premises to do so. I'm not asking you to get out anymore. I'm telling you.
Oh, I see how it is. So this is what this was all about. Fine. If you want to start your own business on your own property, then who am I to stop you?
I just feel like my life is so meaningless now. There's nothing interesting about simply just existing. And I don't know whether my son is dead or alive. I need something to distract me from all my worries. I'm struggling to get by with the rent from the few properties I have left. I need some extra money to get by. But if you really don't want to give me the restaurant, that's fine. I'll let you carry on doing business there if you promise to give me the house that your dad left to you.
I'm sorry, what did you just say? What on earth gives you the right to think you have any claim on that house? Well, I guess it's in a well-connected area and lots of wealthy people are living there now. I'm starting to think that you never wanted to take over the restaurant in the first place. The house is what you really want, but you brought up the restaurant first because you were sure that I would say no. Then you thought I would give in to your ultimatum and let you have the house so that I could carry on running my business in your building.
Well, I think this would work out quite well for both of us. I'd even be happy to pass the apartment I'm currently living in on to you, on top of letting you carry on doing business in your current premises. Don't you think it would be better for you to just let me have the house?
But still, my dad left it to me.
So what's it going to be? Are you going to give me the house or not?
Fine, I'll give you the house. Business must go on at the end of the day. And so that's how my greedy ex-mother-in-law-to-be/landlady planned to get her hands on my property. She thought she'd really won there, but she still eventually ended up losing everything. As we discussed, she let me carry on running my restaurant in the building she owned and gave me the apartment she'd been living in exchange for my dad's house, which she had been wanting because of its proximity to transport links and because the neighborhood was full of rich people. She seemed to think that it would upset me a lot to let go of that property, but to be honest, I wasn't that interested in keeping hold of it. As always, the most important thing for me was to do business and make money, and I was happy as long as I was able to keep on doing that. I moved into the apartment that my ex-mother-in-law-to-be/landlady had been living in as per the exchange. And although Rhonda's predictions were not exactly wrong, they weren't exactly right either. You see, it was the neighborhood that the apartment I got from my ex-mother-in-law-to-be/landlady and my restaurant were in that ended up getting the new developments, not the one with my dad's house in. They started to tear down the surrounding buildings and constructed a new subway station right behind my new apartment. The apartment therefore more than doubled in value, and I was able to sell it for a very good price. As for my ex-mother-in-law or landlady, my dad's house wasn't completed when she took it off my hands, and she decided to go and take it a step further, adding a third floor to the property in the hopes that it would add value to it when she was ready to sell it. Her greed really knows no limits. However, the land where she was building the house ended up being incorporated into a new road that was being built in the area, instead of being the center of the newly developed area with new offices and subway stations. Although she received some compensation, it wasn't nearly as much as she would have received if she'd been able to sell the completed house. Nevertheless, she took the money and rented an inconspicuous apartment in the hopes of avoiding her son, who she was worried would come back and find her asking for money that she didn't have. She came to me, saying she was desperate to start a business in order to make ends meet, and told me she would pay me what I was due, but I would need to leave my restaurant premises and let her take over. She was struggling to pay back the debt she had incurred whilst finishing off building the house, and this time I didn't put up a fight and just let her get what she wanted. I took my money, bought a house in the city center, and opened up 2 new restaurants, one for me to run and one for my sister and her husband to run. I'm sure I don't even need to tell you that we're doing incredibly well for ourselves. I wasn't bragging when I said I was confident that I would succeed in any business adventure I decided to embark on. My ex-mother-in-law-to-be or landlady kept my exact menu after she took over my restaurant, but my regulars refused to go because they insisted it wouldn't taste the same if it wasn't made by me. Another similar Mexican place opened up nearby, and people liked that place better, so they ended up going there instead. My ex-mother-in-law-to-be landlady ended up with next to no customers, and eventually went out of business. The neighborhood gossip started to spread rumors about the premises being cursed, and she therefore wasn't able to rent it out to anybody else. I heard that after that she ended up resorting to washing dishes at another Greasy Spoon diner frequented by taxi drivers, just like the one I used to run.
Sir, I'd really appreciate it if you only took 1 sachet of free instant coffee. There are other customers, you know.
No, I'm sorry, but is this your restaurant, lady? I don't think it is. Do you have the authority to tell me not to take more than 1 coffee sachet?
Of course this isn't my restaurant, but I'm just doing my job and making sure things are going the way my boss would like them to be.
Well, since you're not the boss, you obviously didn't pay for these coffee sachets, did you? Therefore, you have no right to decide what should be done with them. It's a bit pathetic that you're stuck washing dishes at somebody else's restaurant at your age anyway, if you ask me.
Excuse me, what did you just say to me?
I don't know if you remember, but you insulted me in a similar way before. I guess this is karma coming back to bite you on the butt, huh? Now, go be a doll and fetch me a glass of water.
Go and get your own water.
No, what's that? Are you raising your voice at a customer? Where's your boss? I'll have to give her a call and make sure she knows how her kitchen staff are abusing customers. There she is. Hey, excuse me, do you know how rude your kitchen staff are? This lady here definitely needs to go through retraining.
Ma'am, I can assure you that I've done nothing wrong. This man keeps following me whichever restaurant I'm working in and harassing me at work. He clearly has a personal vendetta against me and is plotting to get me fired.
I never once followed you around. I just have the bad luck of ending up going to the restaurants that you work in, that's all. Ever since Dawn moved her business to the city, I've had to resort to trying a bunch of different restaurants in the area instead. None of them are as good as hers, but they will do, I guess. But why do you keep having to come and work in the places us taxi drivers are likely to go? It really puts me off my food to see your sourpuss wherever I go, you know?
Fine, you win here. Are you happy now? I'll quit. I'll leave right now if that's what you really want. I'm sick and tired of this.
You never should have looked down on us taxi drivers in the first place. We're not to be underestimated. We have connections everywhere, you see, and if we want to make your life difficult, we sure can. Wherever you go in this area, there's bound to be one of us around. You're not getting away from us that easily.
Oh, what have I done to deserve such a pitiful existence?
Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe.